Alrighty. Alright, I think we're ready. I'm sorry I'm a little late. Let me also get the Minecraft music on. Oh, where was the play? Oh, Minecraft music. Since it always fits better with the Minecraft music. Alrighty, we're back again. I forgot where we left off, honestly. I'm not sure if I'm not sure if this is the next page or we're supposed to continue all the way to Exodus now. Yeah, Exodus is next. Oh my god, it's gonna be a lot more names. More of these are the names and then they died. Just like last time. Sadly in sickness I can't really attend. Oh, damn. Well, I hope you get better. Drink plenty of water and eat plenty of fruit. That's all I ask you to do. And there's coffee.
What's that?
Wanna get ready to know more names and then having to know they died?
Who?
Ready to know more names? That's 100 more names. And then to let it be known that they died.
Yeah, yeah.
Alrighty. I forgot where we left off though. I need to go and check out last Bible study to remember. I did bookmark, but I'm not sure if it was.
You don't know with numbers then?
I don't know where. Oh, actually, we can just read the entire page. So from what I know, last time we were reading about Joseph, taken as a slave by the Egyptians, by someone named Potiphar, and then that guy's wife tried to seduce Joseph, and Joseph, what he had to do was run, run freaking away from that, because he's not gonna deal with that. And then he got taken as a slave by the Egyptians, and then he prophesied some, or told some dream, or told the significance of certain dreams that other people that worked for the Pharaoh, and what was their meaning.
You had like 23, I think.
It was like what?
23.
What do you mean 23?
That's where you left off.
On verse 23?
Yeah, yet did not the chief butler remembers Joseph?
Which chapter? 41, 40, or
41.
41? Alright, verse 23. Okay, and I saw in my dream, and behold, 7 years came up in one stalk full and good. Is that the part? That's how I super.
Say again?
Is it the... Is it verse 23, are you sure?
The small numbers 23?
Yeah, exactly.
It should be like, yet did not the chief butler remembers Joseph? On the left side.
Left side? Oh!
Yes.
Okay, so
There
it
you
was
go. That's
chapter
where you left
4.
off.
Okay, so it was chapter 40 then.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah, yet did not the chief butler remember Joseph, but forgot him. Alright. Let me get some water first. Alright, so we're Joseph's story. Ran away from Potiphar's wife, since she was seducing him. Best way to avoid lust, obviously. Don't fight it. For those that are trying to...
I'd rather beat my meat, man.
Okay, buddy. Alright. So I believe he was telling telling the significance of certain dreams towards the Pharaoh's workers, that some of them were having weird dreams. And apparently one of their dreams was that he was gonna get his head cut off, I believe. By the Pharaoh. Alright, chapter 41 then. It's like up to page 83 that we get to Exodus. That's the one that I really want to talk about as well. Alright, chapter 41. And it came to pass at the end of 2 full years that the Pharaoh dreamed. And behold, he stood by the river, and behold, there came up out of the river 7 well-favored kine, and fat-fleshed, and they fed in a meadow. And behold, 7 other kine came up after them out of the river, ill-favored and lean-fleshed, and stood by the other kine upon the brink of the river. And the ill-favored and lean-fleshed kine, I don't know how to pronounce this word, did eat up the 7 well-favored and fat kine. So Pharaoh awoke. He slept and dreamed the second time, and behold, 7 ears of corn. 7 ears of corn came up upon the stalk, ranking good, and behold 7 thin ears and blasted with the east wind sprung up after them. And the 7 thin ears devoured the 7 rank and full ears, and Pharaoh awoke, and behold there was a dream. Okay, so I think this one is, yes, the Pharaoh having those dreams. I forgot what was actually, like, I think it was eating the crops of the people, I believe. I don't remember much of that part. And it came to pass in the morning that his spirit was troubled, and he sent and called for all the magicians of Egypt and all his wise men thereof. And Pharaoh told them his dream, but there was none that could interpret them unto Pharaoh. Then spake the chief butler unto Pharaoh, saying, I do remember my faults this day. Pharaoh was wroth with his servants. Yeah, it was a servant, not just any worker. Yeah, servants. And put me in the ward in the captain of the guard's house, both me and the chief baker, and we dreamed a dream in one night. I and he, we dreamed each man according to the interpretation of his dream. And there was there with us a young man, a Hebrew, servant to the captain of the guard, and we told him. And he interpreted to us our dreams, to each man according to his dream. He did interpret. It came to pass as he interpreted to us, so it was me he restored unto mine office, and him he hanged. Then Pharaoh sent and called Joseph, and they brought him hastily out of the dungeon, and he shaved himself, and changed his raiment, and came in unto Pharaoh. Again, I think that's the part that they were telling me about. Came in unto Pharaoh. They've ruined this word so much. Freaking came.
Yeah,
He came. And
Jesus
Pharaoh
came.
and Pharaoh said unto Joseph, I have dreamed a dream, and there is none that can interpret it. And I have heard say of thee that thou canst understand a dream to interpret it. And Joseph answered to the Pharaoh, saying, It is not in me. God shall give Pharaoh an answer of peace. And the Pharaoh said unto Joseph, In my dream, behold, I stood upon the bank of the river, and behold, there came up out of the river seven keen, fat-fleshed, and well-favored, and they fed in a meadow. And behold, 7 other keen came up after them, poor and very ill-favored, and lean-fleshed, such as I never saw in all land of Egypt, for badness. And the lean and the ill-favored keen did eat up the first 7 fat keen. And when they had eaten them up, it could not be known that they had eaten them, but they were still ill, favored as at the beginning. So I awoke. Let me move the Bible a bit. And I saw in my dream, and behold, 7 ears came up, and one stalk, full and good. And behold, 7 ears, withered, thin, and blasted. This Bible is woke? What do you mean is awoke?
No, it just wouldn't walk every time I heard woke. Yeah, it's a
So I
different meaning.
awoke. And blasted with the east wind sprung up after them. And the thin ears devoured the 7 good ears, and I told this unto the magicians, but there was none that could declare it to me. A manga adaptation to the Bible would go insanely hard. Actually, it would be insane if they could even make. I mean, I know there's different movies, but if they made them made it more. Look for Encore Bible. I don't want to see the Encore Bible. I don't want to see about how the prosthetics and metal is just considered a friggin' heresy. Oh yeah, I know there is a Bible There is a Bible, manga Bible, I believe. There's even comics, so. Alright, Vitreous, if you're able to. If you're only able to. And Joseph said unto the Pharaoh, the dream of the Pharaoh is one. God hath shewed Pharaoh what he is about to do. The 7 good kine are 7 years, and the 7 good ears are 7 years. The dream is one. And the 7 thin and ill-favored kine that came up after them are 7 years. And the 7 empty ears blasted with the east wind shall be 7 years of famine. This is the thing which I have spoken unto Pharaoh, what God is about to do, he sheweth unto the Pharaoh. Behold, there come 7 years of great plenty throughout all the land of Egypt. And there shall arise after them 7 years of famine, and all the plenty shall be forgotten in the land of Egypt, and the famine shall consume the land. And the plenty shall not be known in the land by reason of that famine following, for it shall be very grievous.
No.
What's up, Cole? And for that the dream was doubled unto Pharaoh twice. It is because the thing is established by God, and God will shortly bring it to pass. Now therefore let Pharaoh look out a man discreet and wise, and set him over the land of Egypt. Aw, gold left. What's up, Roderick? Let the Pharaoh do this, and let him appoint officers over the land, and take up the fifth part of the land of Egypt in the 7 plenteous years. Let them gather all the food of those good years that come, and lay up corn under the hand of the Pharaoh, and let them keep food in the cities, and that food shall be for store to the land against the 7 years of the famine, which shall be in the land of Egypt. Let the land perish not through the famine. And the thing was good in the eyes of the Pharaoh, and in the eyes of all his servants. Abraham pimped Sarah out. I want to talk about that. Sachigama. Abraham was kinda right. And Pharaoh said unto his servants, can we find such a one as this, as a man in whom the Spirit of God is? And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, for as such as God hath shewed thee all this, there is none so discreet as wise as thou art. And thou shalt be over my house, and according unto thy word shall all my people be ruled, only in the throne will I be greater than thou. And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, see, I have set thee over all the land of Egypt. And Pharaoh took off his ring from his hand, and put it all upon Joseph's hand, and arrayed him in vestures of fine linen, and put a gold chain around his neck. And he made him to ride in the 2nd chariot which he had, and they cried before him, bowed the knee, and he made him ruler of all Egypt. And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, I am Pharaoh, and without thee shall no man lift up his hand or foot in the land of Egypt. And the Pharaoh called Joseph's name Saphnath-Paneah, and he gave him a wife, and gave him to wife Asenath, the daughter of Potipharah of On. And Joseph went out all over the land of Egypt, and Joseph was 30 years old here, when he stood before the Pharaoh, king of Egypt. And Joseph went out from the presence of the Pharaoh, and went throughout all the land of Egypt. In the 7 righteous, 7 plenteous years, the earth brought forth by handfuls. And he gathered up all the food of the 7 years which were in the land of Egypt, and laid up the food in the cities, the foot of the field, which was round about every city, laid he up in the same. And Joseph gathered corn as the sand of the sea very much until he left its numbering, for it was without number. And unto Joseph were born 2 sons before the years of famine came, which Asenath, the daughter of Potiphera, priest of On, bare unto him. And Joseph called the name of the firstborn Manasseh. For God said, He hath made me forget all my toil, all my father's house. And the name of the second he called Ephraim. For God hath caused me to be fruitful in the land of my affliction. And the 7 years of plenteousness that was in the land of Egypt were ended. And the 7 years of dearth 7 years of dearth began to come, according as Joseph has said, and the dearth, goodness gracious, wasn't all lands, but in all the land of Egypt there was bread. And when all the land of Egypt was famished, the people cried to Pharaoh for bread, and the Pharaoh said unto all the Egyptians, Go unto Joseph, what he said to you do. And the famine was over all the face of the earth. And Joseph opened all these storehouses, sold unto the Egyptians, and the famine waxed sore in the land of Egypt. And all the countries came into Egypt to Joseph to buy corn, because that the famine was so sore in all lands. Okay, so wait, so the entire world was in famine. And so then God gave him a sign about a famine that's about to happen. And so then all the other countries basically came to Egypt just to buy it. I didn't know that part. Que Loki es el Dios de Abraham. How? How? That does not make any sense. Idun had a garden with golden apples. The apple gave the Aesir their longevity and vigor. So when Loki kidnapped Idun in her garden, the Aesir could not get their apple and grew old and died. Okay, but here's the difference. The thing is, it's the fruit, both fruits of life and the knowledge of good and evil were not apples at all. They were just fruit. We don't know what they were. The Aesir could not get their apple and they grew old and died. But even though humans were kicked out of Eden, so... Even so... What's happening for sleep? Alright, chapter 42. I don't know how many more we have though. I think like 3 or 4 chapters. So now when Jacob saw that there was corn in Egypt, Jacob said unto his sons, Why do you look one upon another? He said, Behold, I have heard that there is corn in Egypt. Get you down thither, and buy for us from thence, that we may live and not die. And Joseph's 10 brethren went down to buy corn. Oh, now they're gonna recognize him, that he's actually a leader. No, they didn't get to live 1,000. They were close to 1,000. Unfortunately, they did not reach 1,000 years old, but they were close. Pretty close. And again, it's not an apple. It's a fruit. But I guess we can probably call it an apple. People call it an apple because the fruit was very attracting and juicy. But Benjamin, Joseph's brother, Jacob sent not with his brethren for he said, lest peradventure mischief befall him. And the sons of Israel came to buy corn among those that came, for the famine was in the land of Canaan. And Joseph was the governor over the land, and he it was that sold to all the people of the land. And Joseph's brethren came and bowed down themselves before him with their faces to the earth. Yeah, the golden apple. I think that was Hercules. He was one of the Simons, I believe, that Zeus gave Hercules. I think it was. I know one of the Simons was the lion, and another one was to defend a nation, I believe, or in a war, and the other one was an apple. And Joseph saw his brethren, and he knew them, but made himself strange unto them, and spake roughly unto them. And he said unto them, Whence come ye? And they said, From the land of Canaan, to buy food. Joseph knew his brethren, but they knew not of him. Joseph remembered the dreams which he dreamed of them, and said unto them, Ye are spies to see the nakedness of the land, and ye are come. And they said unto him, Nay, my lord, but to buy food are thy servants come. We are all one man's sons. We are true men, thy servants are no spies. And he said unto them, Nay, but to see the nakedness of the land ye are come. And they said, Thy servants are 12 brethren, the sons of one man in the land of Canaan. And behold, a little trolling. It was like, oh, look at them, here they come. Look. I'm not gonna pretend I don't know them, and then I'm gonna tell them, I'm gonna call them spies. They just want to take everything from themselves. Look at this. The youngest is this day with our father, and one is not. And Joseph said unto them, That is it that I spake unto you, saying, Ye are spies. Hereby ye shall be proved by the life of the Pharaoh. Shall not go forth hence, except your youngest brother come hither. Send one of you, and let him fetch your brother, and ye shall be kept in prison, that your words may be proved, whether there be any truth in you, or else by the life of the Pharaoh, surely ye are spies. Sorry. He put them all together into ward 3 days, and Joseph said unto them the 3rd day, This do, and live, for I fear God. If ye be true men, let one of your brethren be bound in the house of your prison. Go ye, carry corn for the famine of your houses, but bring your youngest brother unto me, so shall your word be verified, and ye shall not die. And they did so. And they said to one another, We are verily guilty concerning our brother, in that we saw the anguish of his soul when he besought us, and he would not hear. Therefore in this distress come upon us. And Reuben answered them, saying, Spake I not unto you, saying, Do not sin against this child, and ye will not hear? Therefore, behold, also his blood is required. And they knew not that Joseph understood them, for he spake unto them by an interpreter. And he turned himself about from them, and wept, and returned to them again, and communed with them, and took from them Simeon from GTA 5, and bound them before their eyes. Then Joseph commanded to fill their sacks with corn, and to restore every man's money into a sack, and give them provision for the way, and thus did he unto them. And they laden their asses with the corn, and departed thence. As one of them opened his sack to give his ass provender, in the inn he espied his money, for behold it was in his sack's mouth. And he said unto his brethren, My money is restored, and lo, I don't know if this is, I think this is an I, it is even in my sack. And their heart failed them. They were afraid, saying one to another, What is this that God hath done unto us? And they came unto Jacob, their father unto the land of Canaan, and told them all the befell unto them, saying, The man who is the Lord of the land spake roughly to us, and took us for spies of the country. We said unto him, We are true men, we are no spies. We be 12 brethren, sons of our father. One is not, and the youngest is his days with our father in the land of Canaan. And the man of the Lord, and the man, the Lord of the country, said unto us, Hereby shall I know that ye are true men. Leave one of your brethren here with me, and take food for the famine of your households, and be gone. And bring your youngest brother unto me. Then shall I know that ye are no spies, but that ye are true men. So will I deliver you your brother, and ye shall traffic in the land. And it came to pass, as they emptied their sacks, that behold, every man's bundle of money was in his sack. And both they and their father saw the bundles of money, they were afraid. And Jacob their father said unto them, Me have ye bereaved, and me have ye bereaved of my children. Joseph is not, and Simeon is not, and ye will take Benjamin away. All these things are against me. And Reuben spake unto his father, saying, Slay my 2 sons. If I bring him not to thee, deliver him into my hand, and I will bring him to thee again. And he said, My son shall not go down with you, for his brother is dead, and he is left alone, if mischief befall him by the way into which ye go. Then shall you bring down my gray hairs with sorrow to the grave. So truly a little trolling here with the brothers. Or at least Joseph unto his brothers. And after that he'll be like, It was just a joke, guys, don't worry, stop worrying so much. Just a prank. And the famine was sore in the land, and it came to pass, when they had eaten up the corn which they had brought out of Egypt, their father said unto them, Go again, buy us a little food. And Judah spake unto him, saying, The man did solemnly protest unto us, saying, Ye shall not see my face, except your brother be with you. If thou wilt send our brother with us, we will go down and buy thee food. But if thou wilt not send them, we will not go down. For the man said unto us, Ye shall not see my face, except your brother be with you. And Israel said, Wherefore dealt ye so ill with me, as to tell the man whether ye had yet a brother? And they said, The man asked us straightly of our state, and of our kindred, saying, Is your father yet alive? And have you another brother? And we told him according to the tenor of these words. Could we certainly know that he would say, Bring your brother down? And Judah said unto Israel, his father, Send the lad with me, and we will arise and go, that we may live, and not die, both we and thou, and also our little ones. I will surety for him of my hand. Thou shalt require him if I bring him not unto thee, and set him before thee. Then let me bear the blame forever. Except we had lingered, surely now we had returned his second time. Woo! Page 70. Page 70. Out of how many? 1700. I'm gonna get a water bottle real quick. Very, very fast. So wait for me. Alrighty. You like Joseph's story? I kinda like Moses' story more. Not gonna lie. Between like Moses, David, and then Jesus' entire story. Or I guess gospel. Especially the many times that Jesus is just R farming. Alrighty. Alright, and their father Israel said unto them, If it must be so now, do this. Take of the best fruit in the land in your vessels, and carry down the man at present. A little balm and a little honey, spices and myrrh, nuts and almonds. Take double money in your hand, and money that was brought again in the mouth of your sacks. Carry it again in your hand, peradventure it was an oversight. Take also your brother, and arise, go again unto the man, and God Almighty give you mercy before the man, that he may send away your other brother and Benjamin. If I be bereaved of my children, I am bereaved. And the men took that present, and they took double money in their hand, and Benjamin, and rose up, and went down to Egypt, and stood before Joseph. And when Joseph saw Benjamin with them, he said to a ruler of his house, Bring these men home and slay, and make ready, for these men shall dine with me at noon. And the man did as Joseph bade, and the man brought the men into Joseph's house, and the men were afraid because they were brought into Joseph's house. And they said, Because of the money that was returned in our sacks, and the first time are we brought in, that we may seek occasion against us, and fall upon us, and take us for bondmen and our asses. Got a fat scholarship. Getting laundry pics from white women. What? Okay, buddy, I feel good for you at least. And they came near to the steward of Joseph's house, and they communed with him at the door of the house, and said, O sir, we came indeed down the first time to buy food. If feeling left out, just let me know. For legal reasons. This is a joke. Thank you, but no thank you. And it came to pass, when we came to the inn, that we opened our sacks, and behold every man's money was in the mouth of his sack, our money in full weight, and we have brought it again in our hand. Prefer Latinos, but white women are a good second. Pretty sure Asian women are probably better. I think Latinos are more like better at raising children probably. And Asian women just are better wives in general. That's what I think. Nah, come on, Super. I'm sure you can. You can give them a little. You can't I'm sure you're able to do a little Japanese riz. Come on. I know you can. You can do it, buddy. And the other money have we brought down in our hands to buy food. We cannot tell who put our money in our sacks. And he said, Peace be to you. Fear not your God, and the God of your father hath given you treasure in your sacks. I had your money. And he brought Simeon out unto them. And the man brought the men into Joseph's house, and gave them water, and washed their feet. And he gave their asses provender. And they made ready. The present against Joseph came at noon, for they heard that they should eat bread there. And when Joseph came home, they brought him and the present which was in their hand into the house, and bowed themselves to him to the earth. And he asked them of their welfare, and said, Is your father well? The old man of whom you speak, is he yet alive? And they answered, Thy servant, our father, is in good health. He is yet alive. And they bowed down their heads, and made obeisance. And he lifted up his eyes, and saw his brother Benjamin, his mother's son, and said, Is this your younger brother, of whom you speak unto me? And he said, God be gracious unto thee, my son. And Joseph made haste, for his bowels did yearn upon his brother, and he sat where to weep. And he entered into his chamber, and wept there. And he washed his face, and went out, and refrained himself, and set on bread. They set out for him by himself, and for them by themselves, and for the Egyptians which did eat with him by themselves, because the Egyptians might not eat bread with the Hebrews, for that is an abomination unto the Egyptians. And they sat before him, the firstborn according to his birthright, and the youngest according to his youth, and the men marveled one at another. And he took and sent messes unto them, and from before him, but Benjamin's mess was 5 times so much as of theirs, and they drank and were merry with him. And he commanded the steward of his house, saying, Fill the men's sack with food, as much as they can carry, and put every man's money in the sack's mouth, and put my cup, the silver cup, in the sack's mouth, and of the youngest, and his corn money. And he did according to the word that Joseph had spoken. Putting Latinos down here, I had a lot of, I prefer Asians, but to be honest, the South got a lot of them. Which South? Like South Asia or just South America? Alright, and he did according to the word that Joseph had spoken. And as soon as the morning was light, the men were sent away, and their asses. And when they were gone out of the city, and not yet far off, Joseph said unto his steward up, Follow after the men, and when thou dost overtake them, say unto them, Wherefore have ye rewarded evil for good? Is not this Is not this it in which my Lord drinketh, and whereby indeed he divineth, and did have done evil in so doing, and he overtook them, and he spake unto them these same words, and they said unto him, Wherefore saith on my Lord these words? God forbid that thy servants should do according to this thing. Behold, the money which we behold in our sacks' mouths, we brought again unto thee out of the land of Canaan. How then should we steal out thy Lord's house, silver or gold? With whomsoever of thy servants it be found, both let him die, and we also will be my lord's bondmen. And he said, Now also let it be, according unto your words, he with whom it is found shall be my servant, and yet shall be blameless. And they speedily took down every man his sack onto the ground, and opened every man his sack. His sack. How many more pages? Huh, not that much, I guess. Is left. And he searched and began at the eldest and left at the youngest, and the cup was found in Benjamin's sack. Then they rent their clothes and ladded every man his ass, and returned to the city. And Judah his brethren came to Joseph's house, for he was yet there, and they fell before him on the ground. And Joseph said unto them, What deed is this that ye have done? Would ye not have such a man as I can certainly divine? And Judah said, What shall we say unto my lord? What shall we speak? Or how shall we clear ourselves? God hath found out the iniquity of thy servants. Behold, we are my lord's servants, both we and he also with whom the cup is found. And he said, God forbid that I should do so. But the man in whose hand the cup is found, he shall be my servant, and as for you, get you up, and the peace unto your father. Then Judah came near unto him, and said, O my lord, let thy servant, I pray thee, speak forward in my lord's ears, and let not thine anger burn against thy servant, for thou art even as Pharaoh. My lord asked his servant, saying, Have you a father or a brother? And we said unto thy lord, We have a father and an old man, and a child of his age, a little one, and his brother is dead, and he alone is left of his mother, and his father loveth. And thou saidest unto thy servants, Bring him down unto me, that I may set mine eyes upon him. And we said unto my lord, that the lad cannot leave his father, for if he should leave his father would die. And thou said unto thy servants, Except your youngest brother come down with you, and ye shall see my face no more. And it came to pass, when we came up to thy servant my father, we told him told him the words of my lord. And our father said, Go again and buy us a little food. And we said, We cannot go down if our youngest brother be with us. Then we will go down, for we may not see the man's face, except our youngest brother be with us. And thy servant my father said unto us, Ye know that my wife bare me 2 sons, and the one went out from me, and I said, Surely he is torn in pieces, and I saw him not since. And if you take this also from me, and mischief befall him, ye shall bring down my gray hairs with sorrow to the grave. Now therefore, when I come to thy servant and my father, and the lad be not with us, seeing that his life is bound up in the lad's life, shall come to pass when he seeth that the lad is not with us, that he will die, and thy servants shall bring down the gray hairs of thy servant our father with sorrow to the grave. For thy servant became surely for the lad unto my father, saying, If I bring him not unto thee, then I shall bear the blame to my father forever. Now therefore I pray thee, let thy servant abide, instead of the lad a bondman to my lord, and let the lad go up with his brethren. For how shall I go up to my father, and the lad be not with me? Lest peradventure I see the evil that shall come on my father. Last message is being checked right now. What last message? Let me see. What happened? Okay, so South like Texas, and not a lot of Asians because of where I am right now, but lots of Latinos, were not a lot of white women also. Of course, you're drunk. You're drunk. You're drunk. As good as drunk feels, as good as being drunk feels or kind of tipsy, you will regret it the next day.
I'm back.
Welcome back, buddy. As drunk as you want to be, as drunk as probably good as it feels to be tipsy or drunk, you're gonna regret it the next day. Or especially when you wake up, at least. You're gonna feel like ass. Ass. You're gonna feel a runny nose. You're gonna feel your throat probably dry. Maybe hurt a little bit whenever you swallow. All that stuff is gonna be bad. At least most of the time, whenever I drank, especially heavy, and then the next morning, or as soon as I woke up, I would have my runny nose most of the time, or a clogged nose. It's weird, but and yeah, I would get the slight headache, but it's more like intense. It's more like intense thirst along with a runny nose. That's what I would feel most of the time. All right. I'm very sleepy today. Or I guess it's because I went to the gym today. And now my body's just saying, go and crash. Then Joseph could not refrain himself before all them that stood by him, and he cried, "'Cause every man go out from me, and there stood no man with him. While Joseph made himself known unto his brethren, and he wept aloud. And the Egyptians and the house of the Pharaoh heard. Joseph said unto his brethren, I am Joseph. Doth my father yet live? I am. And his brethren could not answer him, for they were troubled at his presence. Damn. He was mad. Just telling me, I am your brother. Don't you see? I have the crown now. And Joseph said unto his brethren, Come near to me, I pray you. And they came near, and he said, I am Joseph, your brother, whom ye sold into Egypt. Now therefore be not grieved, nor angry with yourselves that ye sold me hither. For God did send me before you to preserve life. For these 2 years hath the famine been in the land, and yet there are 5 years in the which there shall neither be earing nor harvest. And God sent me before you to preserve you a prosperity in the earth, and save your lives by a great deliverance. So now it was not you that sent me hither, but God, and he hath made me a father to Pharaoh, and Lord of all his house, and a ruler throughout all the land of Egypt. Haste ye and go up to my father, and say unto him, Thus saith thy son Joseph, God hath made me Lord of all Egypt. Come down unto me, tarry not. And thou shalt dwell in the land of Goshen, and thou shalt be near unto me, thou and thy children, and thy children's children, and thy flocks and thy herds, and all that thou hast. There will I nourish thee, for yet there are 5 years of famine, lest thou and thy household household, and all that thou hast come to poverty. And behold, your eyes see, and the eyes of my brother Benjamin, that it is my mouth that speaketh unto you, and ye shall tell my father of all my glory in Egypt, and all of that ye have seen, and ye shall haste and bring down my father hither. Automod is everyone's enemy. Truly. And he fell upon his brother Benjamin's neck and wept. Benjamin wept upon his neck. Moreover, he kissed all of his brethren and wept upon them. And after his brethren talked with him, and the fame thereof was heard in Pharaoh's house, saying, Joseph's brethren are come. And it pleased the Pharaoh well, and all his servants. And the Pharaoh said unto Joseph, say unto thy brethren, this do ye lade your beasts, and go get you unto the land of Canaan, and take your father and your households, and come unto me, and I will give you the good of the land of Egypt, and ye shall eat the fat of the land. Now the art commanded this do ye take you wagons out of the land of Egypt for your little ones, and for your wives, and bring your father and come. Also regard not your stuff, for the good of all the land of Egypt is yours. And the children of Israel did so, and Joseph gave them wagons according to the commandment of the Pharaoh, and gave them provision for the way. To all of them he gave each man changes of raiment, but to Benjamin he gave 300 pieces of silver and 5 changes of raiment. And to his father he sent after this manner 10 asses laden with the good things of Egypt, and 10 she asses laden with corn and bread and meat for his father by the way. So he sent his brethren away, and they departed, and he said unto them, see that ye fall not out by the way. And they went up out of Egypt, and came into the land of Canaan unto Jacob their father, and told him, saying, Joseph is yet alive, and he is governor over all the land of Egypt. And Jacob's heart fainted, for he believed them not. And he told them all the words of Joseph, which he said unto them. And when he saw the wagons which Joseph had sent to carry him, the spirit of Jacob their father revived, and Israel said, it is enough. Joseph my son is yet alive. I will go to see him before I die. And then Israel took his journey with all that he had, and came to Beersheba, and offered sacrifices unto the God of his father Isaac. And God spake unto Israel in the visions of the night, and said, Jacob, Jacob. And he said, Here am I. He said, I am God, and the God of thy father. Fear not to go down into Egypt, for I will there make of thee a great nation. I will go down with thee into Egypt, and I will also surely bring thee up again. And Joseph shall put his hand upon thine eyes. And Jacob rose up from Beersheba, and the sons of Israel carried Jacob their father, and their little ones, and their wives, in the wagons which Pharaoh had sent to carry him. Oof. And they took their cattle and their goods, and which they had gotten in the land of Canaan, and came into Egypt. Jacob and all his seed with him, his sons and his sons' sons with him, his daughters and his sons' daughters, and all his seed brought he with him into Egypt. And these are the names of the children of Israel which came into Egypt, Jacob and his sons, Reuben, Jacob's firstborn. And the sons of Reuben, Hanok, and Phalu, and Hezron, and Carmi. And the sons of Simeon, Demuel, and Jamin, and Ohad, and Jachin, and Sohar, and Shaul, the son of a Canaanitish woman. Just call it Canaanite. Oh my god. Canaanitish. I'm not kidding. This is a word. Like, Canaanitish. Canaanitish. Just call it Canaanite. And the sons of Levi, Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. The sons of Judah, and Odin, and Shelah. Freaking That guy messed up. Shelah, and Phares, and Zerah, but and Onan died in the land of Canaan. Yeah, yeah, these two, these two were submitted by God himself. One was too wicked, die. Onan pulled out and just wasted his seat on the floor. Smite as well. The sons of Phares were Hezron and Hamul, and the sons of Issachar, Tola, Phuva, and Job, and Shimron, and the sons of Zebulun, Sered, and Elon, and Jaleel. These be the sons of Leah, which she bare unto Jacob in Padan Aram, with his daughter Dinah, and all the souls of his sons and his daughters were 33. The sons of Gad, Siphion, Hagi, Shuni, Ezbon, Eri, Arodi, and Areli. The sons of Asher, Jimna, Ishua, Izui, Beriah, Zerah, and his sister, and the sons of Beriah, Heber, and Malkiel. These are the sons of Silpah, whom Laban gave to Leah his daughter, and these she bare unto Jacob, even 16 souls. The sons of Rachel, Jacob's wife, Joseph and Benjamin. And unto Joseph in the land of Egypt were born Manasseh and Ephraim, in which Asenath, the daughter of Potipharah, priest of On, bare unto him. The sons of Benjamin were Bela and Becher and Ashbel, Gera and Naaman, Ehi and Rosh, Mupim and Huppim and Ard. These are the sons of Rachel, which were born to Jacob, and all the souls were 14. And the sons of Dan, Hushin, and the sons of Naphtali, Jaziel, and Guni, and Jezer, and Shillem. These are the sons of Bilhah, which Laban gave unto Rachel, his daughter, and she bare these unto Jacob, and all the souls were 7. And all the souls that came with Jacob into Egypt, which came out of his loins, besides Jacob's sons, his wives, and all the souls were 66. And the sons of Joseph, which were born him in Egypt, were 2 souls, and all the souls of the house were Jacob, which came into Egypt, which were 70. Here go with the names again. And he sent Judah before him unto Joseph to direct his face unto Goshen, and they came into the land of Goshen. And Joseph made ready his chariot, and went up to meet Israel with his father, Israel his father, to Goshen, presented himself unto him. He fell on his neck, and wept on his neck a good while. Israel said unto Joseph, Now let me die, since I have seen thy face, because thou art yet alive. And Joseph said unto his brethren, and unto his father's house, I will go up and shew Pharaoh, and say unto him, My brethren and my father's house, which were in the land of Canaan, are come unto me. And the men are shepherds, for their trade hath been to feed cattle, and they have brought their flocks and their herds, and all that they have. And it shall come to pass, when the Pharaoh shall call you, and shall say, What is your occupation? And ye shall say, Thy servant's trade hath been about cattle from our youth, even until now, but we and also our fathers, that they may dwell in the land of Goshen. For every shepherd is an abomination unto the Egyptians. Then Joseph came and told the Pharaoh, and said, My father and my brethren and their flocks and their herds and all that they have are come out of the land of Canaan, and behold, they are in the land of Goshen. And he took some of his brethren, even 5 men, and presented them unto the Pharaoh. And the Pharaoh said unto his brethren, What is your occupation? And they said unto the Pharaoh, Thy servants and our shepherds, both we and also our fathers. They said moreover unto the Pharaoh, For to sojourn into the land are we come, for thy servants have no pasture, for the flocks for the famine, is sore in the land of Canaan. Now therefore we pray thee, let thy servants dwell in the land of Goshen. And the Pharaoh spake unto Joseph, saying, Thy father and thy brethren are come unto thee. The land of Egypt is before thee, and the best of the land make thy father and brethren to dwell in the land of Goshen. Let them dwell, and if thou knowest any men of activity among them, then make them rulers over my cattle. And Joseph brought in Jacob his father, and set him before the Pharaoh, and Jacob blessed the Pharaoh. And the Pharaoh said unto Jacob, How old art thou? Jacob said unto the Pharaoh, The days of the years of my pilgrimage are 130 years. Few and evil have the days of the years of my life been, and have not attained unto the days of the years of the life of my fathers, in the days of the pilgrimage. Jacob blessed the Pharaoh, and went out from before the Pharaoh. And Joseph placed his father and his brethren, and gave them a possession in the land of Egypt, in the best of land, in the land of Ramesses, yeah. And Pharaoh had commanded. And Joseph nourished his father and his brethren, and all his father's household with bread, according to their families. And there was no bread in all of the land, for the famine was very sore, so that the land of Egypt and all the land of Canaan fainted by reason of the famine. And Joseph gathered up all the money that was found in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan for the corn which they bought. And Joseph brought the money into the Pharaoh's house. And when the money failed in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan, all Egyptians came unto Joseph and said, Give us bread, for why should we die in thy presence? For money faileth. And Joseph said, Give your cattle, and I will give you for your cattle if money fails. And they brought their cattle unto Joseph, and Joseph gave them bread in exchange for horses, and for the flocks, and for the cattle of the herds, and for the asses, and he fed them with bread and all of their cattle for that year. And when that year was ended, they came unto him the second year, and said unto him, We will not hide it from my lord, how that our money is spent. My lord hath our herds of cattle, there is not out left in the sight of my lord, but our bodies and our lands. Wherefore shall we die before thine eyes, both we and our land? Buy us and our land for bread, and we and our land will be servants unto the Pharaoh, and give us seed, that we may live and not die, that the land be not desolate. And Joseph bought all the land of Egypt for Pharaoh, for the Egyptians sold every man his field. Because a famine prevailed over them, so the land became Pharaoh's. And of the people he removed from the cities, from one end of the borders of Egypt, even to the other end thereof. Hello, Kufanki. What's up? Only the land of the priests bought he not, for the priests had a portion signed them of the Pharaoh, and did eat portion which the Pharaoh gave them, wherefore they sold not their lands. Then Joseph unto the people, Behold, I have bought you this day and your land for Pharaoh. Eo, here is seed for you, and ye shall sow the land. And it shall come to pass in the decrees that ye shall give the 5th part unto the Pharaoh, and 4 parts shall be on your own, for seed in the field, and for your food, and for them off. Oh wait, I think we're almost done. Yeah, we're almost done with Genesis. It's like this page, and then we go to Exodus. We're almost done, fellas. Your households for food for little ones. And they said, Thou hast saved our lives, and let us find grace in the sight of my Lord, and we will be Pharaoh's servants. And Joseph made it in a law over the land of Egypt unto this day, that the Pharaoh should have the 5th part, except the land of the priests, only to which became not Pharaoh's. And Israel dwelt in the land of the Egypt, in the country of Goshen, and they had possessions therein, and grew and multiplied exceedingly. And Jacob lived in the land of Egypt 17 years. So the whole age of Jacob was 147 years, and the time drew nigh that Israel must die. And he called his sons Joseph, and said unto him, If now I have found grace in thy sight, put, I pray thee, thy hand under my thigh, and deal kindly and truly with me. Bury me not, I pray thee, in Egypt. I will lie with my fathers, and thou shalt carry me out of Egypt, and bury me in their burying place. And he said, I will do as thou hast said. And he said, Swear unto me, and he sware unto him. And Israel bowed himself unto the bed's head. And it came to pass after these things, and that one told Joseph, Behold, thy father is sick. And he took with him his 2 sons, Manasseh and Ephraim. And one told Jacob, and said, Behold, thy son Joseph cometh unto thee. And Israel strengthened himself, and sat upon the bed. Jacob said unto Joseph, God Almighty appeared unto me at Luz, in the land of Canaan, and blessed me. And said unto me, Behold, I will make thee fruitful, and multiply thee, and I will make of thee a multitude of people, and will give this land to thy seed after 3 for an everlasting possession. And now thy 2 sons Ephraim and Manasseh, which were born unto thee in the land of Egypt, doing better, but had a 40 Celsius fever. Jeez. If you're better, everyone's sick now. What is going on here? I came unto thee into Egypt are mine, and Reuben and Simeon, they shall be mine. And thy issue which thou begettest after them shall be thine, and shall be called after the name of their brethren in their inheritance. And as for me, when I came from Padan, Rachel died by me in the land of Canaan, in the way when yet there was but a little way to come unto Ephrath. And I buried her there in the way of Ephrath. The same is Bethlehem. And Israel beheld Joseph's sons, and said, Who are these? And Joseph said unto his father, They are my sons, whom God hath given me in this place. And he said, Bring them, I pray thee, unto me, and I will bless them. Now the eyes of Israel were dim for age, so that he could not see. And he brought them near unto him, and he kissed them, and embraced them. And Israel said unto Joseph, I had not thought to see thy face, and God hath shewed me also thy seed. And Joseph brought them out from between his knees, and he bowed himself with his face to the earth. And Joseph took them both, Ephraim in his right hand toward Israel's left hand, and Manasseh in his left hand toward Israel's right hand, and brought them near unto him. And Israel stretched out his right hand, laid upon Ephraim's head, who was the younger, and his left hand upon Manasseh's head, guiding his hands wittingly, for Manasseh was the firstborn. And he blessed Joseph, and said, God before whom my fathers Abraham and Isaac did walk, the God which fed me all my life, long unto this day. The angel which redeemed me from all evil bless the lads, and let my name be named unto them, and the name of my fathers Abraham and Isaac, and let them grow into a multitude in the midst of the earth. And when Joseph saw that his father laid his right hand upon the head of Ephraim, it displeased him, and he held up his father's hand to remove it from Ephraim's head unto Manasseh's head. And Joseph said unto his father, Not so, my father, for this is the firstborn. Put thy right hand upon his head. And his father refused, and said, I know it, my son, I know it. He also shall become a people, and he also shall be great, but truly his younger brother shall be greater than he, and his seed shall become a multitude of nations. And he blessed them that day, saying, In thee shall Israel bless, saying, God make thee as Ephraim and Manasseh, as he set Ephraim before Manasseh. Eloah from Man. And Israel said unto Joseph, Behold, I die, but God shall be with you, and bring you again unto the land of your fathers. Moreover, I have given to thee one portion above thy brethren, which I took out of the hand of the Amorite, with my sword and with my bow. And Jacob called unto his sons and said, Gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days. Gather yourselves together, and hear, ye sons of Jacob, and hearken unto Israel your father. Reuben, thou art my firstborn, my might, and the beginning of my strength, the excellency of dignity, and the excellency of power, unstable as a water. Thou shalt not excel, because thou wentest up to thy father's bed, then defiledest thou it. He went up to my couch. Oof, one more page and then we actually go to Exodus. Finally, we get to then meet Moses. Simeon and Levi are brethren. Instruments of cruelty are in their habitations. O my soul, come not thou into their gold. Come not thou into their secret, unto their assembly. Mine honor be not thou united, for in their anger they slew a man, and in their self-will they dig down a wall. Cursed be their anger, for it was fierce, and their wrath, for it was cruel. I'll divide them in Jacob, and scatter them in Israel. Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee. Judah is a lion's whelp from the prey, my son. Thou art gone up. He stooped down, and he couched as a lion, and as an old lion. Who shall rouse him up? The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come, and unto him shall the gathering of the people be. Binding is binding his foal unto the vine, and his ass's colt unto the choice vine. He washed his garments in wine, and his clothes in the blood of grapes. His eyes shall be red with wine, and his teeth white with milk. Zebulun shall dwell at the haven of the sea, and he shall be for an haven of ships, and his border shall be unto Sidon. Issachar is a strong ass couching down between two burdens. And he saw that the rest was good, and the land that it was pleasant, and bowed his shoulder to bear, and became a servant unto the tribute. Dan shall judge his people, and one of the tribes shall judge his people as one of the tribes of Israel. Dan shall be a serpent by the way, and adder in the path, that bitteth the horse heels, so that his rider shall fall backward. I have awaited for thy salvation, O Lord. Gad a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last. Out of Asher his bread shall be fat, and he shall yield royal dainties. Naphtali is a hen let loose, he giveth godly words. Joseph is a fruitful bow, even a fruitful bow by a well, whose branches run over the wall. The archers have sorely grieved him, and shot at him, and hated him, but his bow abode in strength, and the arms of his hands were made strong by the hands of the mighty God of Jacob. even by the God of thy father who shall help thee, and by the Almighty, who shall bless thee with blessings of heaven above blessings of the deep, and that life under blessings of the breasts and of the womb. The blessings of thy father have prevailed above the blessings of my progenitors unto the utmost bound of the everlasting hills. They shall be on the head of Joseph, and on the crown of the head of him that was separate from his brethren. Benjamin shall raven as a wolf. In the morning he shall devour the prey, and at night he shall divide the spoil. And these are the 12 tribes of Israel. And this is it, that their father spake unto them, and blessed them, and every one according to his blessings he blessed them. And he charged them, and said unto them, I am to be gathered unto my people. Bury me with my fathers in the cave that is in the field of Ephron and Hittite, in the cave that is in the field of Machpelah, which is before Mamre in the land of Canaan, which Abraham brought in with the field of Ephron, the Hittite, for a possession of a burying place. There they buried Abraham and Sarah his wife. There they buried Isaac, Rebekah his wife, and there I buried Leah. The purchase of the field and of the cave there that is therein was from the children of Heth. And when Jacob had made an end of commanding his sons, he gathered up his feet into the bed, and yielded up the ghost, and gathered unto his people. And Joseph fell upon his father's face, and wept upon him, and kissed him. And Joseph commanded his servants and physicians to embalm his father. And the physicians embalmed Israel. For 40 days were fulfilled for him, and so are fulfilled the days of those which are embalmed. And the Egyptians mourned for him 70 days. When the days of his mourning were past, Joseph spake unto the house of the Pharaoh, saying, If now I have found grace in your eyes, speak, I pray you, in the ears of the Pharaoh, saying, My father made me swear, saying, Lo, I die in my grave, which I have digged for me in the land of Canaan. There shalt thou bury me. Now therefore let me go up, I pray thee, and bury my father, and I will come again. And Pharaoh said, Go up and bury thy father, according as he made thee swear. And Joseph went up to bury his father, and with him went up all the servants of the Pharaoh, the elders of his house, and all the elders of the land of Egypt, and all the houses of Joseph, his brethren, and his father's house. Only their little ones and their flocks and their herds they left in the land of Goshen. And there went up with him both chariots and the horsemen, and there was a very great company. And they came to the threshing floor of Atad, which is beyond the Jordan, and there they mourned with a great and very lamentation. The threshing of Atad. I'm guessing that's where then they buried Israel. Very sore lamentation, and he made a mourning for his father 7 days. And when the inhabitants of the land of Canaanites saw the mourning in the floor of Atad, they said, This is a grievous mourning to the Egyptians. Therefore the name of it was called Abel Mizraim, which is beyond Jordan. And his sons did unto him according as he commanded them. For his sons carried him into the land of Canaan, and buried him in the cave field of Machpelah. Okay, that's where they buried him. Which Abraham bought with the field for a possession of a burying place of Ephron Hittite before Mamre. And Joseph returned into Egypt, he and his brethren, and all that went with him, to bury his father, and he had buried his father. And when Joseph's brethren saw that their father was dead, they said, Joseph will peradventure Joseph will peradventure hate us, and will certainly requite us all the evil which we did unto him. They sent a messenger unto Joseph, saying, Thy father did command before he died, saying, So shall ye say unto Joseph, Forgive, I pray thee now, the trespass of thy brethren, and their sin. Sorry. For they did unto thee evil, and now we pray for thee, forgive the trespass of the servants of God, of thy father. And Joseph wept when they spake unto him. And his brethren also went and fell down before his face, and they said, Behold, we be thy servants. And Joseph said unto them, Fear not, for am I in the place of God? But as for you, yet fought evil against me, but God meant it unto good, to bring to pass, as it is to this day, to save much people alive. Now therefore fear ye not, I will nourish you and your little ones. And he comforted them, and spake kindly unto them. And Joseph dwelt in Egypt, he and his father's house. And Joseph lived 110 years. And Joseph saw Ephraim's children and third generation. The children of Machir, the son of Manasseh, were brought up upon Joseph's knees. And then Joseph said unto his brethren, I died, and God will surely visit you, and bring you out of this land, unto the land which he sware not to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob. And Joseph took an oath of the children of Israel, saying, God will surely visit you, and ye shall carry up my bones from hence. Joseph died, being 110 years, and they embalmed him, and he was put in a coffin in Egypt. And that is the end of Genesis. My goodness gracious. Alright. What's up, Cliff? Thumb Cliff. How you doing, Gold? Good to hear, man. Alright. Second book of Moses. Genesis is the first one, right? Of Moses? It was written by Moses, right? Genesis? Yeah, it is married by Moses. Our goat. I remember one movie of Moses showing off the commandment tablets, and then in one part he was saying, I carry you 15 commandments, these are, and then one of the tablets freaking falls and just breaks. Then he holds up the other two going like, 10 commandments. Let's see if I can find a clip. It's freaking hilarious. Uh, 15 command. Oh wait, let me see. 10 commandments. It was this one, yeah.
Lord, I shall give these laws
Get to whiskers.
unto thy people. Hear me! Oh, hear me! All pay heed! The Lord Jehovah, has given unto you these 15... 10 commandments for all to obey.
Oh my god. This is a...
The Lord Jehovah has given unto you these 15...
Oi.
10 commandments.
It's just the... Oi.
Oi.
Oi. Freaking hilarious, man. Oh, let's go to Exodus.
You gotta start
Word.
drawing more, man. Come on.
Huh?
Clean the slate and draw more.
Oh, you want me to draw more?
Yeah.
Okay, I have a little Bible theory. If you want to hear.
Okay, let's hear it then.
Alright. You know how the Israelites made a golden calf, right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay. What if in that time that the okay, let me put the golden calf here around here. Okay, yeah. What if that time that they made the golden calf and they were worshipping it because they were being impatient? Now hear me out.
It's a shitty ass calf.
Shut the frick up. Alright.
There you go. Add a 12-inch cock to it.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, continue.
Okay. Alright, so what if the golden calf at some point turned into Moloch? That one evil god.
So,
That one evil bull god. Or kind of like brazen bull-like
Isn't it
statue
goat?
god.
my tripping balls.
I'm just saying, what if that golden calf turned into Moloch? Like, what if at some point those Israelites, maybe some Israelites, at first they were a little too impatient and they tried to make the golden calf because they wanted a quick image of God. And then after Joseph appeared again, what if after Moses appeared again, some of those Israelites, maybe they did convert it back along with with Moses. But what if those other ones? Okay, let me separate. Those other ones came back to Moses. Moses here. The large staff right here. Or some other ones, even if they were forbidden from going into the line of the promised land, Canaan, what if some of them, they just decided to still go to Canaan either way? Shit,
Your drawing skills need some work.
the promised land of Canaan. Let's say that this is Canaan, yeah. What if they just separated into different groups? And that then that religion, quote unquote religion, from the golden calf, it went into and made into Moloch. Because remember, Israelites at some point they were used to giving sacrifice to God. But it was with animals such as like calves or sheep or goats maybe. They used to be doing sacrifices, and at some point just God said, okay, no more sacrifices right now. After Abraham. What is your question? Gold?
Hmm. Because like, wasn't the fucking? I don't know. Never mind. Just keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep
Okay, so
going.
my explanation basically is, at the time that the golden calf was made, and then as soon as Joseph came back and said, "What the hell are you guys doing?" and some of them actually regretted or repented, I guess, and they went back to Moses, but the other half were still complaining and angry towards Joseph, and they still went to the promised land, Canaan, because they just thought they just could, and they still went to the nation of Canaan, and then through that religion, new religion, which was the golden calf, they brought that golden calf onto Canaan, and then that golden calf slowly moved on to Molech.
And that's
Which
quite
also explains why they were doing a lot of human sacrifices, because they were used to get to making sacrifices for God. But at some point, I know God stopped accepting sacrifices, even though they were mostly calves or goats or sheep. It's just a theory, though. Just a theory,
a game theory.
right? Just a theory.
That's a hell of a theory, my guy.
I'm just trying to connect the dots here. Just trying to connect the dots. But yeah, at some point, I believe that's what we're gonna have on Exodus. Because if I remember correctly, I think it was Joshua. Yeah, it was Joshua who actually gets to go to Canaan in a war or in a battle. Or no, wait. Were they fighting the Amalek, or were they actually going to Canaan? Now I forgot. If it, which was which. Because I know Amalek were just a tribe that were chasing around the Israelites. Well, they were weakened. Alright. Let's begin Exodus and see how... Huh?
What?
What?
Nothing.
You sure, buddy?
Yeah, I'm positive.
You hungry, buddy?
I am. You're
gonna ask me for money again?
Yes, please.
Fuck you, I'm not giving you money.
Damn it!
Okay, yeah, here's Joshua, Deuteronomy, Leviticus, Numbers, Judges.
Brother.
Extreme nuzzles.
The fuck are you going on about? Are you gay?
I don't know, are you? You're the one who always sings it.
I wasn't even gonna sing it this time. Weirdo.
Alright, let's start Exodus, the second book of Moses. Our goat, the separator of seas. Alright, now these are the names of the children of Israel which came into Egypt. Every man and his household came with Jacob. Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, and Benjamin, Dan, Naphtali, Gad, and Asher. And all the souls that came out of the loins of Jacob were 70 souls, for Joseph was in Egypt already, and Joseph died, and all his brethren, and all that generation. And the children of Israel were fruitful, increased abundantly, and multiplied, and waxed exceedingly mighty, and the land was filled with them. Now there arose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. And he said unto his people, Behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply, and it come to pass that where they falleth out any war, they join unto our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land. Therefore they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens, and they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Pithom and Ramses. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew, and they were grieved because of the children of Israel. And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor. And they made their lives bitter with hard bondage in mortar and in brick, and in all manner of service in the field of all their service. Wherein they made them serve was with rigor. And the king of Egypt spake unto the Hebrew midwives, of which the name of the one was Shiphrah, and the name of the other was Puah. And he said, when you do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew women, and see them upon the stools, if it be a son, then ye shall kill him, but if it be a daughter, then ye shall live. But the midwives feared God, and did not as the king of Egypt commanded them, but saved the men children alive. And the king of Egypt called for the midwives, said unto them, Why have you done this thing, and have saved the men children alive? The midwives said unto the Pharaoh, Because the Hebrew women are not as the Egyptian women, for they are lively and are delivered. They are delivered ere at the midwives coming unto them. Therefore God dealt well with the midwives, and the people multiplied and waxed very mighty. It came to pass, because the midwives feared God, that he made them houses. And Pharaoh charged all his people, saying, Every son that is born ye shall cast into the river, and every daughter ye shall save alive. And there went a man of the house of Levi, and took wife a daughter of Levi, and the woman conceived and bare a son, where she saw him that he was a goodly child. She hid him 3 months, and when she could no longer hide him, she took him an ark of the bulrushes, and daubed them with slime and with pitch, and put the child therein. And she laid it in the flags by the river's brink. And his sister stood afar off to wait what would be done to him. And then the daughter of the Pharaoh came down to wash herself at the river. Her maidens walked along by the riverside when she saw the ark among the flags. She sent her maid to fetch it. And when she had opened it, she saw the child, and behold, the babe wept. And she had compassion on him, and said, This is one of the Hebrews' children. Then said his sister to Pharaoh's daughter, Shall I go and call thee a nurse of the Hebrew women, that she may nurse the child for thee? The Pharaoh's daughter said to her, Go. And the maid went and called the child's mother. And Pharaoh's daughter said unto her, Take this child away, and nurse it for me, and I will give thee thy wages. And the woman took the child and nursed it. And the child grew, and she brought him from him unto the Pharaoh's daughter, and he became her son. And she called his name Moses. And she said, Because I drew him out of the water. And it came to pass in those days, when Moses was grown, that he went unto his brethren, and looked on their burdens. And he spied an Egyptian smiting a Hebrew, one of his brethren. And he looked this way, and when he saw that there was no man, he slew the Egyptian, and hid him in the sand. Damn! Just killed him. And just hid his body in the sand. And when he went out the second day, behold, 2 men of the Hebrews strove together. He said to him, What did the wrong? Wherefore smitest thou thy fellow? And he said, Who made thee a prince and judge over us? Intendest thou to kill me as thou killedst the Egyptian? And Moses feared, and said, Surely this thing is known. Now when Pharaoh heard his thing, he sought to slay Moses. But Moses fled from the face of the Pharaoh, and dwelt in the land of Midian, and he sat down by a well. Now the priest of Midian had 7 daughters, and they came and drew water and filled the troughs to water their father's flock. And the shepherds came and drew them away, but Moses stood up and helped them and watered their flock. And when they came to Reuel, their father, he said, "How is it that ye are come so soon today?" And they said, "An Egyptian delivered us out of the hand of the shepherds, also drew water enough for us and the water flock." And he said unto his daughters, "And where is she? Why is it that ye have left the man? Call him that he may eat bread." And Moses was content to dwell with the man, and he gave Moses Zipporah, his daughter, and she bare him a son, and called him Gershom. For he said, "I have been a stranger in a strange land," and it came to pass in process of time that the king of Egypt died, and the children of Israel sighed by reason of the bondage, and they cried, and their cry came up unto God by reason of the bondage. And God heard their groaning, and God remembered his covenant with Abraham, with Isaac, and with Jacob. And God looked upon the children of Israel, and God had respect unto them. Now Moses kept the flock of Jethro, his father-in-law, the priest of Midian. He led the flock to the backside of the desert, and came to a mountain of God, even to Horeb. And the angel of the Lord appeared unto him in a flame of fire out of the midst of the bush. Oh, yeah, I remember this part. He looked, and behold, the bush burned with fire, and the bush was not consumed. Moses said, "I will now turn aside and see this great sight, why the bush is not burned." And when the Lord saw that he turned aside to see, God called unto him out of the midst of the bush, and said, "Moses, Moses." And he said, "Here am I." And he said, "Draw not nigh hither. Put off thy shoes from thy feet, for the place where thou standest in holy ground is holy ground." Moreover, he said, "I am the God of thy father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob." And Moses hid his face, for he was afraid to look upon God. And the Lord said, "I have surely seen the affliction of my people which are in Egypt. I have heard their cry by reason of their taskmasters, for I know their sorrows, and I am come down to deliver them out of the hand of the Egyptians, and to bring them out of that land." Unto a good land, and a large unto the land flowing with milk and honey, unto the place of the Canaanites, and the Hittites, and the Amorites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites. Now therefore, behold, the cry of the children of Israel is come unto me, and I have also seen the oppression wherewith the Egyptians oppress them. Come now therefore, I will send thee unto Pharaoh, that thou mayest bring forth my people, the children of Israel, out of Egypt. And Moses said unto God, "Who am I, that I should go unto the Pharaoh, and that I should bring forth the children of Israel out of Egypt?" And he said, "Certainly I will be with thee, and this shall be a token unto thee that I have sent thee. When thou hast brought forth the people out of Egypt, ye shall serve God upon this mountain." And Moses said unto God, "Behold, when I come unto the children of Israel, I shall say unto them, The God of your fathers hath sent me unto you, and they shall say to me, What is his name? What shall I say unto them?" And God said unto Moses, "I am that I am." And he said, "Thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, I am hath sent me unto you." And God said moreover unto Moses, "Thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, The Lord God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, has sent me unto you. This is my name forever, and this is my memorial unto all generations. Whence the singing part? This is not DreamWorks, buddy. This is not DreamWorks. Go and gather the elders of Israel together, and say unto them, The Lord God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and of Jacob, appeared unto me, saying, I have surely visited you, and seen that which is done to you in Egypt. And I have said, I will bring you out, I will bring you up out of the affliction of Egypt unto the land of the Canaanites, and the Hittites, and the Amorites, Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, unto a land flowing with milk and honey. And they shall hearken to thy voice, and thou shalt come, thou shalt come, thou and the elders of Israel, unto the king of Egypt, and ye shall say unto him, The Lord God of the Hebrews hath met with us, and let us go, we beseech thee, 3 days' journey into the wilderness, that we may sacrifice to the Lord our God. And I am sure that the king of Egypt will not let you go, no, not by a mighty land, not by a mighty hand. And I will stretch out my hand, and smite Egypt with all my wonders, which I will do in the midst thereof. And after that he will let you go. And I will give this people favor in the sight of the Egyptians. And it shall come to pass that when ye go, ye shall not go empty. But every woman shall borrow of her neighbor, and of her that sojourneth in her house, jewels of silver and jewels of gold and raiment. And ye shall put them upon your sons and upon your daughters, and ye shall spoil the Egyptians. And Moses answered and said, But behold, they will not believe me, nor hearken unto my voice, for they will say, The Lord hath not appeared unto thee. And the Lord said unto him, What is that in thine hand? And he said, A rod. He said, Cast it onto the ground, and he cast it onto the ground, and it became a serpent, and Moses fled from before it. The Lord said unto Moses, Put forth thine hand, and take it by the tail. And he put forth his hand, and caught it, and it became a rod in his hand, that they may believe that the Lord God of their fathers, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, hath appeared unto thee. And the Lord said furthermore unto him, Put now thine hand into thy bosom. And he put his hand into his bosom. And when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous as snow. And he said, Put thine hand into thy bosom again. And he put his hand into his bosom again, and plucked it out of his bosom. And behold, it was turned again as his other flesh. That's pretty weird. I know about the serpent, about the rod turning into a serpent, though. I think he does have to prove it. And it shall come to pass, if they will not believe thee, neither hearken to the voice of the first sign, that they will believe the voice of the latter sign. And it shall come to pass, if they will not believe these 2 signs, neither hearken unto thy voice, that thou shalt take of the water of the river, pour it unto the dry land, and the water with which thou takest out of the river shall become blood upon the dry land. And Moses said unto the Lord, O my Lord, I am not eloquent, neither heretofore, nor since thou hast spoken unto thy servant, but I am slow of speech, and of a slow tongue. And the Lord said unto him, Who hath made man's mouth? Or who maketh the dumb or deaf, or the seeing, or the blind? Have not I the Lord? Now therefore go, and I will be with thy mouth, and teach thee what thou shalt say. And he said, O my Lord, send, I pray thee by the hand of him whom thou wilt send. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against Moses, and he said, Is not Aaron the Levite thy brother? I know that he can speak well. And also, behold, he cometh forth to meet thee, and when he seeth thee, he will be glad in his heart. And thou shalt speak unto him, put words in his mouth, and I will be with thy mouth, and with his mouth will teach you what ye shall do. And he shall be
Huh?
thy spokesman unto the people, and he shall be to thee instead of a mouth, and thou shalt be to him instead of God. And thou shalt take his rod in thine hand, wherewith thou shalt do signs. And Moses went and returned to Jethro, his father-in-law, and said unto him, Let me go, I pray thee, and return unto my brethren which are in Egypt, and see whether they be yet alive. And Jethro said to Moses, Go in peace. And the Lord said unto Moses in Midian, Go, return to Egypt, for all the men are dead, which sought thy life. And Moses took his wife and his sons, and set them upon an ass, and he returned to the land of Egypt. And Moses took the rod of God in his hand. And the Lord said unto Moses, When thou goest in to return to Egypt, see that thou do all those wonders before the Pharaoh, which I have put in thine hand. But I will harden his heart, that he shall not let the people go. Alright, let me drink some water. Yeah, no, literally. Just telling him, hey, just freaking go. Alright, I'm giving you all the stuff needed. Just go. And thou shalt say unto the Pharaoh, Thus saith the Lord, Israel is my son, even my firstborn. And I say unto thee, Let my son go, that he may serve me. And if thou refuse to let him go, behold, I will slay thy son, even thy firstborn. And it came to pass by the way, in the inn, that the Lord met him, and sought to kill him. Then Zipporah took a sharp stone, and cut off the foreskin of her son, and cast it at his feet, and said, Surely a bloody husband art thou to me. So he let him go, and then she said, A bloody husband thou art, because of the circumcision. And the Lord said to Aaron, Go into the wilderness and to meet Moses. And he went and met him in the mount of God, and kissed him. And Moses told Aaron all the words of the Lord who has sent him, and all the signs which he had commanded him. And Moses and Aaron went and gathered together all the elders of the children of Israel. And Aaron spake all the words which the Lord has spoken unto Moses, and did the signs in the sight of the people. And the people believed, and when they heard that the Lord had visited the children of Israel, and that he had looked upon their affliction, then they bowed their heads and worshipped. And afterward Moses and Aaron went in and told the Pharaoh, Thus saith the Lord God of Israel, Let my people go, that they may hold a feast unto me in the wilderness. Alright, negotiation time. The Pharaoh said, Who is the Lord, that I should obey his voice to let Israel go? I know not the Lord, neither will I let Israel go. And they said, The God of the Hebrews have met with us. Let us go, we pray thee, 3 days' journey into the desert, and sacrifice unto the Lord our God, lest he fall upon us with pestilence, or with the sword. And when the king of Egypt said unto them, Wherefore do ye, Moses and Aaron, let the people from their works get you unto their burdens? The Pharaoh said, Behold, the people of the land now are many, and ye make them rest from their burdens. And Pharaoh commanded the same day the taskmasters of the people and their officers, saying, Ye shall no more give the people straw to make brick, as therefore let them go and gather straw for themselves. In the tale of the bricks which they did make heretofore, ye shall lay upon them, and ye shall not diminish out thereof, for they be idle. Therefore they cry, saying, Let us go and sacrifice to our God. Let their more work be laid upon the men, that they may labor therein, and let them not regard vain words. And the taskmasters and the people went out, and their officers, and they spake to the people, saying, Thus saith Pharaoh, I will not give you straw. Go ye, get you straw where ye can find it, yet not out of your work, and shall be diminished. So the people were scattered abroad, abroad throughout all the land of Egypt to gather stubble instead of straw. And the taskmasters hasted them, saying, Fulfill your works, your daily tasks, and when there was straw. And the officers of the children of Israel, which Pharaoh's taskmasters had set over them, were beaten and demanded, Wherefore have ye not fulfilled your task in making brick, both yesterday and today, as heretofore? Then the officers of the children of Israel came in and cried unto the Pharaoh, saying, Wherefore dealest thou thus with thy servants? There is no straw given unto thy servants. And they say to us, Make brick. And behold, thy servants are beaten, but the fault is in thine own people. But he said, Ye are idle, ye are idle. Therefore just say, Let us go and do sacrifice to the Lord. Go therefore now and work, for there shall be no straw be given you, yet shall you deliver the tale of bricks. And the officers of the children of Israel did see that they were in evil case, after it was said, Ye shall not minish out from your bricks of your daily task. Oof. And they met Joseph and Aaron, who stood in the way as they came forth from Pharaoh. And they said unto them, The Lord look upon you and judge, because you have made our Saviour to be abhorred in the eyes of the Pharaoh, and in the eyes of his servants, to put a sword in their hand and slay us. Moses returned unto the Lord and said, Lord, wherefore hast thou so evil entreated this people? Why is it that thou hast sent me? For since I came to the Pharaoh to speak in thy name, he hath done evil to this people. Neither hast thou delivered thy people at all. Then the Lord said unto Moses, Now shalt thou see what I will do to the Pharaoh, for with a strong hand shall he let them go, and with a strong hand shall he drive them out his land. And God spake unto Moses, and said unto him, I am the Lord, and I appeared unto Abraham, Isaac, unto Jacob, by the name of God Almighty, but by my name Jehovah was I not known to them. And I have also established my covenant with them, to give them the land of Canaan, to the land of their pilgrimage, wherein they were strangers. And I have also heard the groaning of the children of Israel, whom the Egyptians keep in bondage, and I remembered my covenant. Wherefore say unto the children of Israel, I am the Lord, and I will bring you out from under the burdens of the Egyptians, and I will rid you out of their bondage. And I will redeem you with a stretched out arm, and with great judgments. And I will take you to me for a people, and I will be to you a God. And ye shall know that I am the Lord your God, which bringeth you out from under the burdens of the Egyptians. And I will bring you into the land concerning the which I did swear to give it to Abraham, Isaac, and to Jacob. And I will give it to you for heritage. I am the Lord. And Moses spake. What? What is it, Coffee?
You are the Lord.
Oh.
You stop moaning in my ear. Brother.
Yeah, Coffee, stop that.
Exactly. And Moses spake unto the children of Israel, but Israel. My God. But they hearkened not unto Moses for anguish of spirit and for cruel bondage. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Go in, speak unto the Pharaoh, king of Egypt, that he that he let the children of Israel go out of his hand. Moses spake before the Lord, saying, Behold, the children of Israel have not hearkened unto me. How then shall Pharaoh hear me, who am of uncircumcised lips? And the Lord spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, and gave them a charge. Guys, please. And the Lord spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, and gave them a charge unto the children of Israel, and unto Pharaoh king of Egypt, to bring the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. Whew. This be the heads of their fathers' houses, the sons of Reuben. Oh God, more names. The sons of Reuben, the firstborn of Israel, Hanok, and Palu, Hezron, Carmi. These be the families of Reuben. Sons of Simeon, Jemuel, Hamin, Ohad, Jachin, Sohar, Shaul, the son of a Canaanitish woman. These are the families of Simeon. These are the names of the sons of Levi according to their generations: Gershon, Kohath, Merari. And the years of the life of Levi were 137 years. The sons of Gershon, Libni, Shimei, and the sons of Kohath, Amram, Ishar, Hebron, Uzziel. And the years of the life of Kohath were 133 years. The sons of Merari, Mahali, Mushi. These are the families of Levi according to their generations. And Amram took him Jochebed and his father's sister to wife, and she bare him Aaron and Moses. And the years of the life of Amram were 137 years. And the sons of Ishar, Korah, Nepheg, Zikri. The sons of Uzziel, Mishael, Elsaphon, Sithri. And Aaron took him Elisheba, daughter of Aminadab.
Holy fuck, speak.
Aminadab, sister of Nahshon, to wife, and she bare him Nadab, Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. And the sons of Korah, Azir, Elkanah, Abiasaph. These are the families of Korhites. And Eleazar, Aaron's son, took him one of the daughters of Putiel to wife, and she bare him Phinehas. These are the heads of the fathers of the Levites according to their families. These are that Aaron and Moses, to whom the Lord said, Bring out the children of Israel from the land of Egypt according to their armies. These are they which spake to Pharaoh king of Egypt to bring out the children of Israel from Egypt. These are that Moses and Aaron. And it came to pass in the day when the Lord spake unto Moses in the land of Egypt, that the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, I am the Lord, speak thou unto Pharaoh king of Egypt, and all that I say unto thee. And Moses said before the Lord, Behold, I am of uncircumcised lips, and how shall Pharaoh hearken unto me? And the Lord said unto Moses, See, I have made thee a god to the Pharaoh, and Aaron thy brother shall be thy prophet. Thou shalt speak all that I command thee, and Aaron thy brother shall speak unto the Pharaoh, that he they sent the children of Israel out of his land, and I will harden Pharaoh's heart, and multiply my signs and my wonders in the land of Egypt. But the Pharaoh shall not hearken unto you, that I may lay my hand upon Egypt, and bring forth mine armies, and my people the children of Israel, out of the land of Egypt by great judgments. And the Egyptians shall know that I am the Lord when I stretch forth mine hand upon Egypt, and bring out the children of Israel from among them. And Moses and Aaron did as the Lord commanded, so did they. And Moses was 80 years old, and Aaron 83 years old. When they spake unto the Pharaoh, and the Lord spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, When the Pharaoh shall speak unto you, saying, Shew a miracle for you, then thou shalt say unto Aaron, Take thy rod, and cast it before the Pharaoh, and it shall become a serpent. Moses and Aaron went in unto the Pharaoh, and they did so as the Lord had commanded. And Aaron cast down his rod before the Pharaoh, and before his servants it became a serpent. Then the Pharaoh also called the wise men and the sorcerers, now magicians of Egypt. They also did like manner with their enchantments. For they cast down every man his rod, and they also became serpents. But Aaron's rod swallowed up their rods, and he hardened Pharaoh's heart, and he hearkened not unto them as the Lord had said. And the Lord said unto Moses, the Pharaoh's heart is hardened. He refused to let the people go. Get thee unto Pharaoh in the morning. He goeth out unto the water. And thou shalt stand by the rivers, brink against he come, and the rod, which was turned to a serpent, shalt thou take in thine hand. And thou shalt say unto him, The Lord God of the Hebrews, hath sent me unto thee, saying, Let my people go, that they may serve me in the wilderness. And behold, hitherto thou wouldest not hear. Thus saith the Lord, in this thou shalt know that I am the Lord. Behold, I will smite with the rod that is in mine hand upon the waters which are in the river, and they shall be turned to blood. The fish that is in the river shall die, and the river shall stink, and the Egyptians shall loathe to drink of the water. The Lord spake unto Moses, say unto Aaron, Take thy rod, and stretch out thine hand upon the waters of Egypt, upon their streams, upon their rivers, and upon their ponds, and upon all their pools of water, that they may become blood, and that there may be blood throughout all the land of Egypt, both in vessels of wood and in vessels of stone. Here we go. The plagues. Ugh, my God. Let's go.
There's a new episode of SML. You want to watch it?
A new episode of what?
SML.
Okay, watch it later. After I...
Aww.
How much more is in Exodus? How many more pages? Let me check. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my.
Just a little bit more.
Oh my.
Just a little.
Oh my. Oh my.
Just a little. Just a little.
Oh my.
Oh
How
my
many more
willows.
pages? Or actually, how many chapters? Is it actually like almost as much as Genesis? Oh. It's 40 chapters? 40 chapters. Damn. Waiting on the novels I sent. I'm sorry, Coffee. I'm sorry, buddy. Alright. And Moses and Aaron did so, as the Lord commanded, and he lifted the rod, and smote the waters that were in the river, in the sight of the Pharaoh, and in the sight of his servants. And all the waters that were in the river turned to blood. The fish that was in the river died, and the river stank. The Egyptians could not drink of the water of the river, and there was blood throughout the land of Egypt. The magicians of Egypt did so with their enchantments, and the Pharaoh's heart was hardened. Neither did he hearken unto them, as the Lord has said, and the Pharaoh turned and went into his house, neither did he set his heart to this also. All the Egyptians digged round about the river for water to drink, for they could not drink of the water of the river. And 7 days were fulfilled after the Lord had smitten the river. And the Lord spake unto Moses, Go unto the Pharaoh, say unto him, Thus saith the Lord, Let my people go, that they may serve me. And if thou refuse to let them go, I will smite all thy borders with frogs. And the river shall bring forth frogs abundantly, which shall go up and come in thine house, and into thy bedchamber, upon thy bed, and into the house of the servants, and upon thy people, into thine ovens, and into the kneading throughs. And the frogs shall come up both on thee and upon thy people, and upon all thy servants. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying unto Aaron, Stretch forth thine hand with thy rod over the streams, over the rivers, over the ponds, cause frogs come upon the land of Egypt. Aaron stretched out his hand over the waters of Egypt, and the frogs came up and covered up the land. The magicians did so with their enchantments, and brought up frogs upon the land of Egypt. Then the Pharaoh called for Moses, and Aaron said, Entreat the Lord, that he may take away the frogs from me, and from my people I will let the people go, and that they may do sacrifice unto the Lord. And Moses said unto the Pharaoh, Glory over me when I shall entreat for thee, and for thy servants, and for thy people, to destroy the frogs from thee and thy houses, that they may remain in the river only. Alrighty. As he said, tomorrow. And he said, Be it according to thy word, that thou mayest know that there is none like the Lord of our God. And the frogs shall depart from thee, and from thy houses, and from thy servants, and upon the people, they will remain in the river only. And Moses and Aaron went out from the Pharaoh, and Moses cried unto the Lord because of the frogs, which he hath brought against the Pharaoh. And the Lord did according to the word of Moses, and the frogs died out of the houses, out of the villages, and out of the fields. They gathered them together upon heaps, and the land stank. But when the Pharaoh saw that there was respite, he hardened his heart, and hearkened not unto them, as the Lord has said. The Lord said unto Moses, Say unto Aaron, Stretch out thy rod, and smite the dust of the land, that it may become lice throughout the land of Egypt. And he did so, for Aaron stretched his hand with his rod, and smote the dust of the earth, and it became lice in man, and in beast, and all the dust in the land became lice throughout all the land of Egypt. And the magicians did so with their enchantments to bring forth the lice, but they could not. So there were lice upon men and upon beasts. You are a simp. Yo, Viking, Stoned Viking, thank you, follow. Then the magician said unto the Pharaoh, This is the finger of God. And Pharaoh's heart was hardened, and they hearkened not unto them, as the Lord had said. And the Lord said unto Moses, Rise up early in the morning, and stand before the Pharaoh. Io he cometh forth to the water, and say unto him, Thus saith the Lord, Let my people go, that they may serve me. Else if thou wilt not let my people go, behold, I'll send a swarm of flies upon thee, and upon thy servants, and upon thy people, into thy houses, and the houses of Egyptians shall be full of swarms of flies, and also the ground whereon they are. And I will sever in that day the land of Goshen, in which my people dwell, that no swarms of flies shall be there. to the end thou mayest know that I am the Lord in the midst of the earth. And I will put a division between my people and thy people tomorrow shall this sign be. And the Lord did so, and there came a grievous swarm of flies into the house of the Pharaoh, and into his servants' houses, and in the land of Egypt. The land was corrupted by reason of the swarm of flies. And the Pharaoh called for Moses and for Aaron, said, Go ye sacrifice to your God in the land. And Moses said, It is not meet so to do. For we shall sacrifice the abomination of the Egyptians to the Lord our God. Aye, shall we sacrifice the abominations of the Egyptians before their eyes, and will they not stone us? We will go 3 days' journey into the wilderness, and sacrifice to the Lord our God, and he shall command us. And the Pharaoh said, I will let you go, that ye may sacrifice to the Lord your God in the wilderness, only ye shall not go very far away, entreat for me. And Moses said, Behold, I go out from thee, and I will entreat the Lord that swarms of flies may depart from the Pharaoh, from his servants, and from his people tomorrow. But let not Pharaoh deal deceitfully any more in not letting the people go to sacrifice to the Lord. And Moses went out from the Pharaoh, and entreated the Lord, and the Lord did according to the word of Moses. And he removed the swarm of flies from the Pharaoh, from his servants, and from his people there remained not one. And the Pharaoh hardened his heart at this time also, neither will he let the people go. Brutal. Alright, so we're finally in Exodus.
Let's go. Season 2.
No,
Yes, we're in the season 2, and wait, so then that means how many seasons does the Bible have exactly?
13,000.
I can't count this.
Count.
How many books is it?
Books.
Yeah, but I don't know how many books there are exactly.
Numerous books.
Exactly, so that means then there's like at least... There's like at least 50 books, I'd say. No, 40 books, I'd say. No, yeah, the Old Testament arc actually goes pretty hard, not gonna lie.
I'm about to have diarrhea.
Okay, buddy.
I want my Olympus.
Olympus. Olympus. But yeah, I think we're gonna leave it there for now. Right now so we know that we're in chapter 9 of Exodus.
August.
Huh?
August.
Yeah, exactly.
August.
Even though
Well, you know.
it's been only 2 streams and we only been able to read the entirety of Genesis, and we're like beginning of Exodus when the plagues are there.
What we gotta do now?
I'm gonna end the stream for now.
What?
Yeah.
2-hour stream? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty short. I do have to work tomorrow.
Fuck, I
Have a
to
play
work
some
tomorrow,
Olympus.
too.
I don't want to play Limbus.
When Olympus?
I already played Limbus.
When is Olympus?
Okay,
Limbus, I think Thursday maybe? Or Friday,
Okay.
actually. Thank you, Supa. Good thing you were feeling at peace at least while I was reading. And also hope you enjoyed my theory of how the golden calf basically turned into Moloch when it was in
Me estoy
Canaan.
cagando.
Huh?
Me estoy cagando.
Okay, buddy. I think it was in Canaan, right? Was it in Canaan that Moloch was? Was it?
What was that?
Yeah, I was in Gehenna, in the land of Ammon, which was a broad Canaanite culture. Okay, it was tied to the Ammonites and also a broad Canaan and also a broader part of the Canaanites. So it was Ammonites and Canaanites. Alright. But what I want to know is then, was the golden calf connected to Moloch? Okay, the golden calf represents as a footstool for God. And then Moloch was actually the actual evil god that needed sacrifice, especially children. But I don't want to say I believe that this is the actual thing though.
You believe?
One of the best bits of trivia is that Beyblade universe Moses split the Red Sea. Oh yeah, I remember
Using
that.
the Beyblade.
Yeah, he used the Beyblade to split the seas. That was actually awesome though. Let me see if I can find the Moses Beyblade.
I forgot about that shit, dude.
Okay, wait, let me. Yeah, it was this one.
I think you're getting ahead of yourself.
Yeah, your first plan should be getting by us!
Though you call yourselves bladers, you don't know the real truth about Beyblading. There is a tremendous power hidden within bays. Since ancient times, the existence of bays can be found in moments throughout history. The power of Beyblades have been used
The power of Beyblade.
to change the course of rivers and oceans.
Oh my god. These are called bays? Yes, they are called
Apparently.
bays. My. Whoever came up with that, it's amazing, honestly. Alright everyone, I'm end stream now. And I'll see you guys hopefully on Thursday so we can play some Lumbus.
Okay.
You're gay.
Watch the link.
Okay.
I'm not gonna watch anything on stream. Alright?
Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you too. Bye-bye!
Bitch ass.